I'm Anil Kumar. I have taken a few linear relations, will describe, graph them, and then write down the equation. The equation here is, draw a graph of linear relations described below, and then write their equation. First description is, it slopes down from left to right, and the sum of coordinates is 7. The second one is, it slopes up from left to right at an angle of 45 degrees and passes through the point 0, 1. You can pause the video, sketch, and then write the equation of the linear relations. Okay, it's kind of tricky. Let's sketch one. So when we say it slopes down, then it's kind of coming downwards like that, right? So just sketch a line just going downwards like this. And now it says slopes down from left to right, and the sum of coordinates is 7. What does it mean? It means that if you add x and y, you should get 7. That is to say, if I have a point here, it could be like 3 or 4, right? So when you add them, you get 7. That is what it means, correct? So can you write down the equation of this line now? Well, if that is true, then when x is 0, then the y-intercept should be 7. And when y is 0, the x-intercept should be 7 also, correct? So we could get these points on the line. It clearly shows few things. One, that the y-intercept is equal to 7, right? So wherever the line crosses the y-axis. And then what is the slope? Slope m is equals to, if you go from left to right, it is decreasing, that means slope is negative. You go down 7 units, that means minus 7, and run is also right 7, right? So minus 7 divided by 7 is minus 1. Since we know that the y-intercept is 7 and slope is minus 1, we can write down the equation. We'll use the equation y equals to mx plus b, right? Where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And from here, we get the equation as y equals to m is minus 1, we'll write minus x. Y-intercept is 7, so we get our equation. Right? So that is how we can get equation of this particular linear relation. Now let's look into the next example. It says, it slopes up from left to right at an angle of 45 degrees and passes through 0, 1. So that is to say that 0, 1 is here and angle is 45 degrees, right? So it's kind of like this. So that's the line for us. It passes through 0, 1. That means y-intercept is 1. Now 45 degrees angle means what? If this is 45 degrees, it means what? Now as you know, if the angle is 45 degrees, then rise over run will be what? If I drop a perpendicular, then we have 90 degrees here. Now since this is 45 degrees, these two sides are going to be equal. That means rise over run is 1, right? So both are equal sides. So what we have here is, whenever the angle is 45 degrees, slope is going to be 1, right? And we know b, the y-intercept, is also 1 for us. Therefore, we can write down the equation as y equals to x plus 1. You get the idea, right? So that is how you can sketch and write the equation of this particular line. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.